Alright, so thank you so much, Kaza. I hope you all enjoyed a little bit of the yoga routine in the beginning. Next we have a man who's basically curated an international e-commerce platform and customized it to the local Qatari market, bringing up to speed a lot of local suppliers and increasing efficiency in product delivery. So can we please put our hands together for none other than Ezadiah Al from Jollychic Qatar. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys. Thank you for having me here today. My name is Ezadiah. I'm managing a Qatari Chinese e-commerce investment here in Qatar. I'm not sure if you all know about Jollychic. Do you know about Jollychic, guys? Yeah? You know about it very good. So I've been in Qatar for the past 3 years now. Tried to start up e-commerce businesses. Before Qatar, I was working for a very big e-commerce enabler called Rocket Internet. We founded Namshi.com, Talabat.com, Outlook.com, Wadi.com, and all of these big ventures in the Middle East. Before I came to Qatar through a semi-governmental e-commerce relation between the Ministry of Qatar and the Ministry of Germany in an e-commerce enablement project. It stayed almost a year and a half, 2 years, and unfortunately, the funds of that project died out, and we had to shut this business down. Why am I mentioning this information? Is exactly why I want to talk about e-commerce, because it took me 2 years navigating between different e-commerce business models in Qatar. But thank God today, I could tell you that we do have a sustainable e-commerce business, localized cross-border Chinese e-commerce business that is successful in Qatar. I want to share with you some information. I believe most of you know it, because as everybody understands, it only take you a click and your phone, a button. I'm not sure if you know, like 2 billion people, like 1/3 of the world already made an online purchase. 2 billion people provided their phone number, their email address, credit card details, gender sometimes, date of birth, and they purchased something online. So the data of 2 billion people is out there in the cloud who did online purchases. Why am I mentioning this, and why? I will go a little bit closer to Jollychic. Why is Jollychic having their business intelligence, their data team sitting in Silicon Valley? Each and every employee and individual of our BI team is a PhD big data holder. E-commerce is all about data and analytics. I don't want to go so technical, because this is what I always do. I even had an issue with the Mavericks team, because when I provided them with a presentation, I gave them some very technical details about this. So I will try as much as possible not to go so technical. So please raise your hand if I go to so technical. So Jollychic, or e-commerce in general, is data. If you have an e-commerce model, or if you think about an e-commerce idea, which is not accommodated with analytics, with numbers, with data, I'm telling you from now, you have to rethink your idea again. Because all of these businesses out there, and what you hear about this, Uber acquiring Careem, 3.1 billion, Amazon acquiring Soon.com with 1 billion, and all of these crazy big numbers, if you dig into it, and again, all the information is so easy to pull out from the internet, you will understand as e-commerce all about data. It's only about data. And this is actually the mistake that we did in Qatar before we started with Jollychic, that theoretically, again, we tried to pull off some models by having top-notch Qatar Foundation technical developers, graduates, where we really built top-notch technologies. And then we focused very much after that on creating and attracting eyeballs. Eyeballs is traffic in the e-commerce language. Bringing eyeballs to a platform is the most and the biggest investment in the e-commerce field. So the data and the researches, we didn't do it in the right way. before we started Jollychic. Jollychic, I'm not sure if you know about this or not. You go this way. Jollychic, guys. Jollychic is a Chinese cross-border e-commerce platform. Yes, when we say China, Alibaba comes in the back of our mind. Alibaba is, yes, e-commerce, Chinese e-commerce tycoon. Out of the 2 billion transaction, 40% in e-commerce transaction happens from inside China. So what Jollychic did differently, Jollychic tried to localize the cross-border e-commerce. Cross-border e-commerce is actually sending a package from a country to the other across a border of a country. It was very simplified in Europe and like because of the Schengen countries. But I mean, here in this part of the world, since there is not that much production like China, but if you go to China, if you've ever been to China, especially in the retail world, a middleman brings you to a middleman, to a middleman brings you to a middleman. What Jollychic did, actually, they consolidated thousands of suppliers. So whenever you have the time, go on the app or go on the website, you will find that Jollychic was able to consolidate millions of suppliers into a digital channel, and they created this platform focusing only on the GCC. We started in Saudi, UAE. We have almost 200,000 meters of storage, like warehouses, and then we came to Qatar. What is our model and how we're modeling this? So based on transactions, people ordering products from China, we were able to reconcile the fast-moving products, and we placed them into warehouses inside these countries, and instead of fulfilling in a weekend or 10 days, 2 weeks, no matter how the supply chain takes, we started to fulfill the next day. Today, I can say for the first time, after 3 years trying e-commerce in Qatar, that e-commerce is actually happening. And we do have a sustainable business, and if you ever go on Jollychic, I don't want to boost our sales, but yeah, you will find that we could deliver next day some of very interesting categories that we're having inside Qatar. Why is Qatar difficult? Like the idea, Qatar is small, the purchase power is small. No, Qatar is not like the other big countries, and all of these stories that we're hearing, but it's actually not. Because there is a lot of business models out there in the e-commerce world, something like we call omni-channel or pure play. Let me explain what this is. Omni-channel model is basically if you're having a retail store, and a small retail store, how can you have a retail store and a small or a minimized website that is actually serving as your catalog for people if they want to view your products? They can actually view it online and then come and purchase from you offline. There is a lot of pure play models. Pure play is actually something that's happening only online, which is a product you cannot purchase from the physical malls, and a product you only can purchase online. So the consumer behavior, I don't know how long I still have. I have a minute or two. How long do I have? Huh? Last minute? Okay. So 3 minutes, very good. So consumer behavior, guys, it's a little bit limited when we talk about entertainment. Yani a guy like me, for an example, if you go to the physical malls, like the big malls, Villaggio, Landmark, and these massive malls, you will find that they moved into FMCGs. So you'll go and find restaurants, cafes. So this is like an exit. If I really want to go out of my rented 1-bedroom apartment, good if you have 2-bedroom apartments, I'm living on my own. So the entertainment channels is a little bit limited, though there is still a lot of entertainment channels. So the drive of people spending 3 to 4 hours on their phones, how can you use this of basically not only moving the people into retail, which we're doing, but as well educating them and make them navigate between a lot of channels. So it is, yes, maybe I have to go to a different side and give me a second, but I'm not sure if I have something else. Okay, anyways, yeah. So moving into Jollychic, navigating and creating like an aggregator of e-commerce, of cross-border e-commerce, and creating this for Qatar. This is something that we've been exposing. Only, by the way, we operated mid of June of this year, 3 months. And we're running already on hundreds of orders daily, which we actually didn't expect. We didn't expect that Jollychic will boost like this in Qatar. We said it will take us some time, but yet it happened. It is happening. So yeah, going back to e-commerce, again, as I've started, do data and analytical researches. Everything is out there on the internet. Do not go theoretical, go pragmatical, go to proof of concepts, get people who understand the business from an analytical and data standpoint. A lot of people, unfortunately, that I've seen, they corner themselves either in building a very top-notch technology or doing one part, which is doing good digital marketing or supply chain. Digital marketing is a big word. And as you know, we are here, Jollychic in Qatar. Whenever you want to purchase us, go in the app. You will find like thousands and millions of products. I don't want to do a sales approach here, but yeah, thank you for hearing me, and I wish that you just understood anything from me. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Es. You're so passionate about e-commerce. I want to start an e-commerce business.